Today I'm going to be reading a book, and the book name is Chrysanthemum. The day she was born was the happiest day of her parents' life. "She's perfect," said her mother. "Absolutely," said her father. And she was. She was absolutely perfect. Wait, let me show you the picture. Her name must be everything she is, she said. Her mother said. "Her name must be absolutely perfect," said her father. And it was. Chrysanthemum. Her parents named her Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum grew and grew and grew. And when she was old enough to appreciate it, Chrysanthemum loved her name. She loved the way it sounded when her mother woke her up. She loved the way it sounded when her father called her for dinner. And she loved the way it sounded when she whispered to herself in the bathroom mirror, "Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum." Chrysanthemum loved the way it looked when it was written in ink on an envelope. She loved the way it looked when it was written with icing on a birthday cake. And she loved the way it looked when she wrote it herself with a big fat orange crayon. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum thought her name was absolutely perfect. And then she started school. On the first day of school, Chrysanthemum wore her sunniest dress and her brightest smile. She ran the way. "Hooray!" said Chrysanthemum. School. But when Mr. Chud took roll call, everyone giggled upon her name. "Chrysanthemum? It's so long," said Jojo. "It scarcely fits on her name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandma," said Victoria. "You're named after a flower." Chrysanthemum whittled. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much more better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and informed Mr. Chud that Chrysanthemum's name was spelled with 13 letters. That's exactly half of the letters of the entire alphabet, Victoria explained. "Thank you for sharing with us, Victoria," said Mr. Chud. "Now put your head down." This one, she raised her hand. "If I had a name like yours, I'd change it to Victoria," said the students when she was lining up for home. "I wish I could," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "My name is too long. It scarcely fits on my name tag. And my name is named after a flower." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "Your name is beautiful and priceless. It's fantastic." And her father said. "It's everything you are," said her mother. "Absolutely perfect," her father said. Chrysanthemum felt much more better after her favorite dinner, macaroni and cheese with ketchup. It filled her tummy with hugs and kisses. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that her name was Jane. It was extremely pleasant dream. So she liked that dream, that her name was Jane. Let's see the results. The next morning, Chrysanthemum wore her most comfortable jumper. She walked to school slowly as she could. She dragged her feet in the dirt. Chrysanthemum, 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 she wrote. She even looks like a flower, said Victoria. When Chrysanthemum entered the playground, let's pick her, said Rita, pointing. Let's smell her, said Jojo. Chrysanthemum whittled. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much more better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and said, "A chrysanthemum is a flower that lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things." "Thank you for sharing with us, Victoria," said Mr. Chud. "Now put your head down." "I just cannot believe your name," Victoria said. As the students lined up to go home, nearly can I thought Chrysanthemum miserably. The night Chrysanthemum dreamed that she was a chrysanthemum. She sprouted her leaves and petals. Victoria picked her hand and picked her leaves and used the phone.
Apa dia siya?